To boycott clothing giant H&M after it advertised a black child in a hoodie with the words "coolest monkey in the jungle." In the same campaign, a white child was also shown, but in inoffensive clothing. Now, H&M has now taken down the image and publicly apologised as well. That hasn't stopped a massive row, though, with the brand labelled as racist.
Marketing fail. H&M puts a black child in a hoodie that reads, "I'm the coolest monkey in the jungle," and the white child is the survival expert. And now Fox are pretending like they don't know the black children have long been racially characterized as monkeys.
The H&M is just irony. I highly doubt they were like, let's put the monkey hoodie on the baby, like y'all making it seem.
There's a white supremacist who works for H&M who thought it was funny to make a black boy model a hoodie that said "coolest monkey in the jungle."
H&M is not an American company. Non-native brands do not have to be familiar with USA's or other countries' historical conflicts. No one has to do background research for advertising a simple hoodie.
Y'all can feel how y'all feel about the H&M hoodie situation. I thought the hoodie was cute. Sue me.
They've got a little black boy in a monkey hoodie. Of course it's offensive, but it's so obvious. I'm hysterical over the lack of awareness by H&M.
Well, joining us live now, Luke Gittos from Spiked magazine and Remy Feder of Models of Diversity, an advocate for more variety in fashion. Thanks for joining us today on the programme. Great to have you both on today. If I can go to you first, perhaps, Luke. I mean, this has been a controversial issue. It's got a very split reaction online, on social media. Many accuse the ad of having racist undertones. That's very much understandable. Absolutely, other people see absolutely nothing wrong with it. They're saying it's a bit of a storm in the teacup. I mean, where do you stand on this?
Well, I think it's a really sad day. I think what has happened is the word monkey has been used because this boy is a child, and the word monkey is used to describe children of all races because they're cheeky and mischievous, and you can see this across children's clothes for children of all races, and this was part of a jungle-themed clothing line. The idea that this was somehow racially malevolent, I think, is utterly ludicrous, and I think that really this is a symptom of what Twitter does to people. I think really what it does is it encourages people to see the absolute worst in people's motivations, and so I think we do have real problems with race, class, gender in this society, but what we need is a sense of racial solidarity, and what Twitter does is it makes racial solidarity completely impossible by encouraging everyone to believe the worst in everyone else. And what I think it does is it creates social division, it fosters division, it encourages people to see people as different rather than the same, and if we continue on that mindset, we are going to fail to formulate a common response to those problems around race and gender and everything else that we experience in society. So I think we need to get this discussion off Twitter as soon as possible. It's a recipe for social dissolution, for alienation. You know, we're going to end up in a situation where white teachers will be worried about teaching black children in case they say the wrong thing. White people will be worried about working with black people in case they say the wrong thing. And this is nothing to do with the people themselves. This is a small community of people online which encourages people to think the worst in others, and that makes any kind of solidarity impossible.
Remy, I mean, if I can go to you, I mean, as Luke mentioned there, obviously there are problems within society of racism, of discrimination. You've got experience of the fashion industry, the wider fashion industry. Is that a problem that is there, this discrimination and racism? And I mean, is this symbolic of it? Or, as Luke said, is this being made too much of a big deal out of?
There's no doubt that there's an issue there. It's not something that is something that's just as a whim. You know, it's definitely there. There's been issues with people of colour becoming into the fashion industry in the first place and even being represented fairly, and even the connotation of beauty for people of colour, for a start. And that's just the first issue. But the whole issue is with this advertising campaign. It's an advertising campaign that it's international. It's an international campaign, and it's so obvious that if you're going to use a connotation like monkey, whether a child is a monkey, and you're going to choose a black child for the campaign and a white child as a survivor of the jungle, that it's not going to have connotations. It's ridiculous to think it's not going to have any connotations whatsoever. I'm sorry, but I don't know how you can compare that. You know, how you can say that's not going